Hey there everyone, it is Anthony, back with another video here on Coaster Pursuit. Hi, how's it going? Today, we are here at the beautiful Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. Got the Eiffel Tower behind us, and we are here for my first trip to this park. This will be a 2-day visit. Today is a Saturday, and from what I understand, it's going to be very busy, very busy. The early entry starts in about 20 minutes, and there's already a ton of people here, lots of pass holders. But this is my first time, so I've got to figure out where the Prestige pass holder entrance is, get all of that figured out. But I'm seeing some rides going already. I'm seeing Banshee going. I'm seeing Orion testing. This is awesome. I'm super excited. We have 16 total credits here that I have access to. Now, the early access here has early entry rides on Mystic Timbers, Diamondback, and a couple of the junior coasters. So we're gonna start on that side of the park and kind of work our way clockwise. I've kind of mapped it out. So hopefully that's how it ends up working out. But a total of 16 credits here. I'm at 81 today after Kentucky Kingdom, so I should be able to walk out of here with a potential of 97 credits. We shall see. And I do count racing coasters as 2. So we have Racer here, which will count as 2. So a potential of 16. Let's get in here. Let's see what we've got going on. The park opens at 11 officially, runs all the way till midnight, and I also have tickets for The Conjuring as well. So we're gonna get in a haunted house too. So long day, lots to do, but let's get in there and let's get going. Woo! Kings Island! Alright everyone, just made it into the park for early entry. Here we come down International Street. This is so pretty! Look at the Eiffel Tower. This is awesome. So, plan of attack, early entry is pretty much all on the right-hand side of the park as you're entering. So we're gonna make our way in a clockwise direction. Probably hit up a couple of the junior coasters, Diamondback, Mystic Timbers. Essentially there's 4 coasters that are part of early entry. So we're gonna sneak around and do this. This is beautiful. This is awesome. But the nice thing is, for whatever reason, I thought International Street was gonna be way longer. And it's not super long. So I was worried I was really gonna have to haul to make it over to our first area. But we're just gonna take a right here and head back. How exciting. Got really nice like pumpkin theming and haunted theming. But we're gonna make our next ride, or our first ride I should say, the Great Pumpkin Coaster, little kiddie coaster, should be open for early entry. So we're gonna knock that out and then we'll see. Woodstock Express, I believe is open for early entry as well. I think everyone's headed to Mystic Timbers and Diamondback, but I wanna knock out these kids coasters just so I can be done with them. Oh my gosh, look at Orion. Planet Snoopy area. How fun is this? How fun. Cool. I'm so excited. Using my early entry to knock out Woodstock Express and the Great Pumpkin Coaster. Both of them family rides. Woodstock Express, a little bit nicer. This was just an E&F miler, simple little one, but knocking those 2 out, so both are fine, but I wanted to get them out of the way. So 2 credits down, let's move over to Diamondback. Let's go. All right, everyone, 2 laps on Diamondback. I got back row first time, 9th row second time, and I love it. I love it. I really like B&M Hypers. I think they're fantastic. I'd say I've only ridden 3, so Candy, Diamondback, and Nitro, and I'd say this is number 2. I like Nitro better, Diamondback second, and Candemonium third. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I really like that ride. I love the amount of airtime you get. I feel like I got more airtime on this coaster compared to Candy. I think it's fantastic. So yeah, very happy with that ride. I'm gonna go get my fast pass now that early entry is over. So I'm gonna do that, and we're just gonna kind of pick and choose throughout the park. I think I'm gonna stick in this area, maybe hit up Mystic Timbers, hit up the air rail, and then we'll kind of make our way clockwise through the park. Let's go. I love it here.
All right.
All right, just got done with Woodstock's air rail right behind us. Vekoma Hang and Bang, my first one ever, and I see why they're called that. I was tall enough that I didn't get my head banged around, but it is quite jostly, surprisingly so for a kids coaster, a junior coaster. Yeah, other than the Great Pumpkin Coaster that is now second to last. But it's fine, it's fine. I'm surprised by how jostly it is considering its demographic. So anyway, we're gonna keep moving through the park. Right next door is Snoopy's Soapbox Racers. So we're gonna go ahead and give this one a shot. Alright, so just finished Woodstock's air rail and Snoopy's Soapbox Racers. Snoopy's Soapbox Racers is actually the newest coaster here at Kings Island. I think it opened in 2024, 2023? So most recent one, Vekoma Family Boomerang. It's very cute, it's short, it's sweet, but it's smooth and it's fun. I think it's a good way to get kiddos kind of into the backwards like lifts and kind of that hanging sensation, as well as some little forces there on the helices that come in and out of the station. So as you're going back and forth, and you kind of go up over the station, it's a very cool ride, and I like the little theming that they've done. The audio cues are really good, so it's a fun little area, even though this thing is kind of a pain. But yeah. Still cool. All right, so we're gonna keep moving and grooving throughout the park. I think I'm gonna head all the way back so I can get Orion and Flight of Fear. So those are gonna be next. I'm having a blast. All right, just got off my first ride on Mystic Timbers here at Kings Island. GCI Woody, I loved it. It was absolutely fantastic. I don't think I watched any POVs of this ride. I think I must have. It was definitely highly rated, and I must have watched POVs, but I was not prepared for that. It just throws you around in all different directions. You don't really know which way is what. And it was just a blast. So we're gonna keep moving through the park, but this is definitely gonna be a night ride for me. All right, first ride on the Beast, an in-house Woody terrain coaster. That was a lot. For no other reason than I have been dreaming of riding rides like Millennium Force and the Beast since I was a kid. This was just one of those coasters that was just so infamous, so well known. It's just kind of a cultural coaster enthusiast icon, and riding that for the first time made me a little bit emotional in a way of just like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is incredible. And yeah, the ride's a lot of fun. It's long, not very much airtime, some lateral and positive forces here and there as it meanders through the terrain, but nothing crazy. And so in terms of that, it felt like kind of a medium coaster that kind of twisted within itself, all stretched out and just kind of flung out into the forest. But it's so cool going through the woods, seeing all the scenery and the trees. It's really, really cool. And yeah, it hit me in an unexpected way because I was just like, I don't know. It's very cool to be able to be out here doing this stuff and finally riding these rides that I've been dreaming of riding for so long. Just even the smell of the trees and just being back there in the woods is just like, it's exactly what I dreamed it would be. So, all right, I'm gonna stop blabbering on, but let's keep moving through the park. I think we're gonna make our way towards Orion Flight of Fear. Let's go. Alright, just got done with Queen City Stunt Coaster. I was walking by and I totally forgot this was kind of on the way around, so I was like, well, I gotta jump on that. I think it's a Premier Rides launch coaster. I'll have to double check, and I'm gonna circle back on a lot of these coasters, but that was a fun little thing. I like that little launch, not too bad, and it goes right into that kind of spiral lift, or kind of that spiral incline, I guess. It's fun. The theming is fine. I was expecting at a certain point there's like a mid-course brake run, or maybe like 2/3 course brake run, and all these like gas tanks and stuff, or oil tanks, and I was expecting some kind of effect to happen, fire or something, but nothing happened. But it was still a good time. Running through the tunnel area was a lot of fun. It scared a lot of people, but yeah, not my favorite, but not too bad. But let's keep moving. We're gonna find our way to Orion and Flight of Fear, I think, is next. So let's go. Alright, I think I found where everyone in the park is. Area 72, Flight of Fear, and Orion are back here. I was gonna say, the paths have been pretty timid, even though it's supposed to be an incredibly busy day, at least thus far in the day. But yeah, I think I found where everyone's at. Let's get in here. What in the world is this? What in the world is this? No freaking way. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right, Flight of Fear, done. Fantastic. I am definitely a little churned around. I don't even know what to say. Once you get in there, get moving through the course, it takes a minute to kind of orient yourself, just to kind of figure out which way's up, you know, and which way you're facing. But absolutely a great ride. I forget how many inversions are on that one, but it feels like you're just twisting and churning. The little mid-course brake run kind of comes to a complete stop, so that kind of kills it, but it does pick up in that second half, and that last corkscrew definitely took me by surprise. So yeah, quite a good ride. This is another coaster on Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 that I would always build, mainly outside, but sometimes I put them in a mountain or something. So it's cool to finally ride one of these too. I really like it, but let's keep moving and get to Orion. Alright, first ride on Orion B&M Giga. My first B&M Giga, my second Giga coaster ever, and I need a minute to think about this because I love that ride. That was fantastic. That was a really good time. Super smooth. Good little pops of airtime here and there, some surprising little areas, and I just had a blast. So I need to think about it to see if Millennium Force still reigns as number one of the two that I've ridden. But it's a tough call. It's a tough call. I don't know. I don't think I can do that to Millennium Force, but I need to think about it. But this is awesome. This is awesome. One of my favorites here at the park, for sure. But let's keep going. I think we're gonna keep making our way around the park. I'd like to hit up Banshee next, I think. We'll see what the future holds as far as making a clockwise rotation. But I do need to eat something, and I need to go to the bathroom. So let's get that done and keep going. All right, for my little snack today, first meal here at Kings Island, cheese curds. They are good. Pretty straightforward, but good. I see Skyline Chili. That's gonna have to be the next meal. Dang it, I wish I would have seen that. I wish I would have waited 1 minute longer. That's on the list. That's a must. All right, so still need to find the restroom. Gonna find that, then we're gonna make our way over, try to get on Racer, Banshee, Adventure Express, I believe, and in Vertigo, and the Bat. Then I'd also like to do the Drop Tower and Eiffel Tower, and then maybe I'll be hungry for some Skyline Chili. But we're just coming through the Coney Mall area, kind of their midway vibe. Kind of tucked away on the kind of back, the left-hand side of the parkish. So, yeah, Coney barbecue, fantastic. So yeah, I gotta find myself a restroom. It's time. Just got done with the Racer PTC, dueling or racing Woody. I think this opened with the park in 1972, and yeah, a lot of fun. I did both sides, and I liked the red side a little bit better for some reason. The blue side was just slightly more rough, but I will say that the manicured lawns and that out and back racing style, it's my favorite racer that I've done thus far. I think my other two were Gemini. Oh, Gemini's number one. This is gonna be number two. And then the racing coasters at Hershey Park. I think that is Lightning Run? I forget what the ones at Hershey Park are called, but I only got to ride one side of that because the other one was closed. But this has a couple little moments of floater airtime, whereas that one I felt like didn't really do much of anything. So I prefer this. I like the layout of this, very classic style. So I would definitely do this one again versus the one at Hershey Park. But I do like Gemini a lot. So let's keep moving throughout the park. I think we've got either Adventure Express or Banshee coming up. Then we'll have Bat and Vertigo, and I think that's all of the credits for the park. So we're moving pretty quickly. Let's go. All right, just got off of my first ride on Adventure Express. It is a lot of fun. It is an aero mine train. This is now the fourth one of these that I've done. I've been on Cedar Creek Mine Ride, Trailblazer, and Runaway Mine Train. So Cedar Point, Hershey Park, and Six Flags Great Adventure. This is number one. This is number one for me. I don't know as far as length or anything like that when it comes to these mine rides, but this one has all the other ones beat in terms of just there's a little bit more jank to this one. There's a little bit more forcefulness. I sat in the front, and the theming and the decor is way more complete. Audio, way more complete. I'm very pleased with this ride. I was expecting this just to be a kind of, all right, let's just get it done and move on, but I'm absolutely gonna go on that again. Everyone was laughing and having a good time. It's entertaining. Far more than some of the others that I've been on, so yeah, great ride. How cool. I love this park. This is awesome. All right, first ride on Banshee, B&M invert, and I think it might be the tallest B&M invert. I'm not sure, but it is a large model, not like your compact style B&M and B&M. Not like your compact style B&M invert. From what I understand, a lot of the elements are kind of more elongated and drawn out, and it definitely feels that way. It's not as tight or as whippy as something like Raptor or Batman the Ride or Talon. It seems just a little bit more elongated and bigger. Very smooth ride in my opinion. Again, I have horrible I don't have very much experience. I did notice a little rattle here and there, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I really like it. I think my favorite part for me about Banshee is doing the pretzel loop and the inline twist kind of on the back end of the course, where you're just out over the trees and stuff. The views were just so cool, and just seeing the scenery kind of rotate as you go through that inline twist, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. So I really like this ride. I will say that I don't know what it is about me and B&M inverts, or maybe it's inverts in general, but for whatever reason, they kind of slip my mind shortly after I ride them. I feel like I have a more impactful, or I have a better memory of my traditional sit-down rides or floorless than I do with my inverts for whatever reason. And I don't know if they're just not my cup of tea, but they always slip my mind in favor of like things like Nitro, Diamondback, Orion. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to ride it more to get it more ingrained. Last thing I will say about Banshee, that is a stinky ride. Those restraints smelled like an old McDonald's play place ball pit, and sitting in the station, they had all three trains stacked. So we sat in the station, sat in the block breaks at the end there for a little bit, and I just was like, oh, this, and I noticed it when I first sat down, but certainly at the end of the ride when you're just sitting in it, it was a stinky ride. Those restraints need to either be replaced or touched up, but they just smell like feet and BO, and it was just a little gnarly. So Banshee does win the prize, top prize for the stinkiest ride in Kings Island, or at Kings Island. So All right, well, we're coming up on the last available credit that I'll have for me, and that is right behind us. It's the Bat, because Invertigo is closed today, unfortunately, so I will not be getting credit completion here at Kings Island, but we're gonna wrap up with the Bat and then see where the rest of the day takes us. But yeah, let's go. Stinky ride, gonna ride Banshee, the stinkiest ride. Okay. I love how the track just kind of crisscrosses from all the way in the back, making its way towards the front here. It just looks like 5 different roller coasters, just like boom, 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 all the way down. Very unique views. Just the placement of the Bat is just kind of really cool. Kind of following along with the terrain and dipping in and out. First ride on the Bat, an Arrow swinging coaster. I think the only other one that I've done, and I don't really know how many there are, but the only one that I've done is Iron Dragon, and I think I like that one a little bit more, just because it goes out over the water. So, but this one has the terrain that it plays with a little bit more, and so I liked it as well. I mean, they're both okay. They're both okay. I'm not like absolutely in love with either one, but they're both good. They're both good. But yeah, Iron Dragon over at Cedar Point just has that kind of iconic dip out over the water, and I just like the feeling of like kind of flying out over the water a little bit more than what the Bat has to offer. This one did feel a little bit longer, so I'll be curious to see if one of them's bigger than the other, but this felt a little longer. I thought there was more going on the first portion of it, because it kind of disappears up over the hill when it goes into the lift hill, so you can't really see much from the station of what happens after the lift hill so much, and then you just kind of see the train drop down. I thought there was maybe a couple of drops or something else going on over there, but really it just kind of circles around, and it's a shorter ride than you might think. So longest line in the park, because they don't offer fast lane. So yeah, but it was good. It was good. So I'm going to make my way back around towards the front of the park, crossing over the front entrance, kind of go into the Planet Snoopy area-ish, and I'm just kind of doing a, I guess am I going counterclockwise? Yeah, I guess. I'm doing a counterclockwise motion through the park. I think I've been saying clockwise this whole time, but I've been doing a counterclockwise rotation through the park, so I think I've finished my first lap. I do want to do the drop tower, even though I'm terrified of them. I told myself I got to do that because that's another Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 classic, is that roto drop, I think is what they call it on Roller Coaster Tycoon, so I definitely want to hit that. And then I want to check out the Eiffel Tower, and then we'll see where we land from there. Probably going to get some food again soon. So let's go. Okay, never mind.
Are you in line?
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna be it for me. I need a friend for this. Oh boy. You're good, go. It is very cool though, but I need someone's hand to hold for this. I simply will not and cannot. That is wild. I've never seen one up close before. That is incredible. Incredibly scary. Oh, it does go a little bit faster. That's nice. Oh, and then it stops rotating. Huh, okay, I've never seen one of these cycle before. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I have someone's hand to hold, because that's too much. That's too much for me. Okay. And oh yeah, no way. That's too long up there. That's too long up there. Oh my word. Fantastic. Yeah, no, I'm either gonna need to wait until I have someone here with me, or get just a little bit of liquid courage. You know, it's the going up that's the problem for me. I don't like just sitting up there. The drop it's fast. You make it down quickly. That's not my problem. My problem is the way up. So, anyway, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But, yeah. Let's keep going through the park. I want to go check out Invertigo just to see. And then that should put us back to the front of the park. Yeah, look they've got these blood bags. They're like cocktails in a bag. Bet you after one of those I'll be more ready to take on something like the drop tower. But let's see what's going on in Invertigo, and even if someone's even working on it or what, because I am back here tomorrow, so it could be a tomorrow credit. All right, here we are outside of Invertigo. Vekoma suspended boomerang, and tis closed, and I don't believe we're gonna see it open tomorrow. There's a whole part of the exit that you can see here. The exit ramp is completely torn out. There's part of the lowering, I believe that's the lowering platform is gone. There's a ton of stuff. This does not look like a quick fix. It looks like there's some major work happening to Invertigo. So yeah, whee! I can pretend. From what I understand, I'm not missing out too much, but I'm a credit completionist and that's the last one. So, well, next time, if it's still here, next time I'm here. But yeah, let's keep on. Okay, Skyline Chili. Apparently this is a Kings Island, Cincinnati, Ohio delicacy. It looks absolutely nightmarish, but yeah, let's see how this. Okay, a couple bites in. It's not too bad. It's interesting to have chili on spaghetti. The chili itself has like a cinnamony, nutmeggy kind of vibe to it, and then it's just covered in cheese. It's a wild ride, but I don't hate it. All right, everyone. Just finished with my Skyline chili. I'm full. That was a lot. But we're headed back to International Street because I'd like to get on the Eiffel Tower. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, but all credits have been acquired other than Invertigo. So I am 15 out of 16 completed, and that puts me at 96. Yes, 96 credits. So that's awesome. That means that tomorrow, when I go to Stricker's Grove, that'll put me at 98. Then when we head to Dollywood, I'll need to figure out one coaster and then make Lightning Rod number 2, so I can make Lightning Rod at Dollywood my number 100. So that is the plan. But I'm full. I'm full and I'm trying to hustle around to get to the Eiffel Tower. But yeah, so how the rest of the day is gonna work, because it's only 3 o'clock. The park has been open for 4 hours, and I'm done with everything I needed to do. We're not even halfway through the day, other than Eiffel Tower. So what I'm gonna do now is probably browse International Street with you all, take a look at what they have after Eiffel Tower, and then we'll touch base at the front of International Street to talk what's gonna happen next, because we still have all of today and most of tomorrow, because after Stricker's Grove I'm coming back here. So there's still a lot to do here, and we're gonna try to do it all. So let's go.
Good job, good job, good job. Okay? Are you ready?
Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the Kings Island Eiffel Tower. The tower stands at 314 feet tall, which makes it about a 1/3 scale replica of the original in Paris, France. Right now this elevator is taking you guys up to one of our tallest observation platforms, which is 265 feet. There are a few quick rules while you guys are up here. There's no eating, drinking, running, jumping, or smoking. It is also against Ohio state law to throw, drop, kick, or spit anything off the sides of the tower. If you guys have any questions while you're up here, my friend Curtis is walking around, so I'll be happy to answer them for you. Or I can try to answer any questions that you might have on your way back down. You're going to be exiting out this door right here.
All right. Scariest ride in the park, Eiffel Tower. This is terrifying. I do not like it. But whoa, you can really see the whole park. Wow. I'm like waddling around and grabbing on it everything I can. There's Diamondback. Wow. There's Planet Snoopy. Diamondback looks so itty from up here. There's Mystic Timbers, kind of poking its little way through there. Let's keep going. Wow, this is quite terrifying. Oh, there's the water park. It must have its own entrance. Huh. Huh. Every park should have one of these just because it's a good way to get your bearings. There's Orion. Wow. Racer. Stunt pilot. Queen City Stunt Pilot, I think that's what that's called, yeah. There's the Beast. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, let's keep going. This is terrifying and really cool at the same time. There's Banshee. Adventure Express. You see the bat tucked away back there. And Vertigo. Wow! It's like getting a it's like a roller coaster tycoon zoom out. Here we are back at the front of the park. Wow. Incredible. This parking lot is massive. Feels like it's busy today, but they've got a lot more room. They can fit a lot more. Probably keep filling out throughout the evening. Wow, I kind of want to come up and do this at night too. Okay. All right, just got done with Eiffel Tower, aka the scariest ride I've been on today. My fear of just like being at height, I'm scared of heights, but I don't mind them as much when I'm strapped in, I've got a harness on, lap bar, whatever it is, then I'm good. As long as I feel secure, you can throw me all over whatever you want to do. You can fling me 600 feet in the air, whatever. But when it comes to like glass elevators, standing on platforms at height, I don't know if it's vertigo or what it is, but I get really panicky and start freaking out, and I have to like keep myself from physically looking like that, but internally I'm panicking and I feel like very unsteady. And especially up there on that platform, you can see in between the pieces of steel that create the platform, there's little gaps so you can see through it. There's rust spots. There's this one piece of metal that's kind of bowed, so when you walk on it, it goes boom, 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 boom. When you walk on it, and when I stepped on it, I didn't know it was gonna do that, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack. That was bad, but I got some really good shots up there, so it was worth it, I guess. But that might be a one and done for me, going up on the Eiffel Tower. My heart is still racing. So by far the scariest thing at Kings Island is Eiffel Tower. All right, well, we're gonna go around to the front of International Street and chat a little bit more. Let's go. All right, everyone, so we just finished getting all of our credits here at Kings Island, and I'm back here at the front of the park, at the front of International Street, and that kind of does it as far as the daytime stuff that I wanted to check out and share with you all, hitting up all the coasters, a couple other things, some food. So we're actually going to transition into the nighttime event, the haunt that they have here, a bunch of different haunted areas, kind of scare areas, scare zones, some haunted houses, as well as the Conjuring haunted house. So I wanted to bring you back up here so we could transition into evening in 3, 2, 1. Well, as you can see, the vibe here is very different than it was earlier today. This is so awesome. This is so awesome. Spent the last few hours just kind of stacking up some credits and getting some more things done, but the vibe has definitely changed. The park is packed. There is so many people here. It's super busy. And as you can see behind me, we've changed themes, we've changed tone. This is absolutely incredible. We're gonna keep walking through the park so I can show you some of the different areas, but we've got scare zones, we have haunted houses, we have so much going on, and it is it's absolutely incredible. These people just got scared by nothing. Yeah, just the decor change, everything is great. So we're gonna keep moving through the park. I'm gonna try to get some night rides in on Mystic Timbers, as well as Adventure Express and the Beast, of course, the Beast. So yeah, but the whole vibe, the whole energy here has changed, and it's very spooky, very haunted, and yeah, it's so cool. This is like, I've never done a seasonal event like this before, other than the pumpkins at Kentucky Kingdom. So this is completely new to me, and it's so awesome. It's so awesome. So let's walk around, take a peek at what they've got here, then we'll try to get some night rides done. Let's go. We've got a scary pirate over here doing some scares. I love this. You know, this energy is fantastic, and this is honestly like the first time I've been to a park, and granted, it's been I mean, outside of Disney World and Universal, which I haven't been to in a very long time. Which I haven't been to in a very long time. This is like the closest I've been to like a legit like theme park as an adult. What a fantastic setup. This is so cool. Oh my god, oh my god.
To be one of us! Look here, the curse chase your affection of bloody.
Okay, let's. Alright, so night ride, actually 2 laps night rides on Adventure Express. I love that thing. It's so good. It's so good. It's got a little jank to it, and I like the little theming elements that they've done here and there. It's a very nice ride, and the line for Fast Lane is 0 minutes. I've just been walking on. But we're gonna check out, see what else is going on at the park. I'm basically biding my time until I want to sit in line for Beast and make that my last ride of the night. So I'm just kind of biding my time, so we'll see. But I might check out Banshee, I might check out Orion, Mystic Timbers. I did a night ride on Mystic Timbers, A+. I was just wailing and cackling and screaming. It just feels so out of control. I love it. So we'll keep moving around the park, just checking out what's here, see what there is to see, and enjoy the evening and the haunt at Kings Island. Let's go. All right, just got off of the Beast for my very first night ride, and that was awesome. That was awesome. Definitely way better at night during the day, in my opinion. That easily brought the Beast up from, I think I had it at number 6 or 7, and now it's number 4 or 5 because of that night ride. Long wait for that night ride, but absolutely worth it. I was just, I was in heaven. I was in heaven. You know, even though it lacks in the things that I like in a Woody, you know, heavy airtime, that type of thing, the terrain of it all, and just coming up that second lift hill with the moonlight kind of peeking up above, and the smoke effects that they had, and the trees, and just like the eerie vibe, and just it being pitch black in the woods. I mean, what other coaster gives you that kind of environment to play with? So A+, definitely moved up, but we'll talk rankings and stuff at the end of all this. I still need to process everything, but we're gonna try to get one more ride on Mystic Timbers before the park closes. We're coming up on midnight, so okay. It's gonna be hard to see me. Oh, this area is closed because of Planet Snoopy. I guess I'll stop right here. I guess it's good enough light. Okay, so it is 12:02 midnight. Holy moly, the last like 30 to 45 minutes was a bit of a whirlwind. I got off a Beast, like I said I was gonna do. I actually grabbed a snack, went to the bathroom, and I did 3 laps on Mystic Timbers, and then came over to Diamondback, did Diamondback 3 times back to back. That's the last train of the night that you see going up there. I was on the second to last train of the night, and oh, it was so much fun. I love the energy towards the end of the night at a park, where people are just, I feel like Ops is trying to crank people through so they can shut it down. I feel like guests are wanting to quickly move, and like the Ops just speed up so much faster in that last half hour because everyone wants to get at least one more lap or one extra ride. It's like, I wish this was the energy that we all had the entire day. I feel like capacity would just skyrocket if everyone had that sense of urgency. I mean, it is what it is. People are people. People are gonna people. But I think one of my few bugaboos about parks is like, I wish some people had a higher sense of urgency all around, but especially guests. It's like, if they're telling you to go ahead and unbuckle your seatbelt and get prepared to get up out of the train, get that seatbelt off. Just be ready for the gun to go off at all times. But some people just kind of seem a little lost. So anyway, they are doing their closing show over by the Eiffel Tower, just kind of a light show, but I'm gonna try to check that out next time. And next time might mean tomorrow. So yeah. I don't want to go home. I feel like one of those little kids that's gonna like throw an absolute tantrum. I don't want to go home. Oh, love it. Incredible. All right, we're doing it. We're getting on this thing. I can't walk away from this park without trying it, but it is terrifying. There they go. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna hate this, I think. We'll see. All right, first ride on Drop Tower. That was awesome. That was awesome. I'll have to look up the stats as far as the height and everything, but the way up is the scariest part for me. I'm terrified of heights, so it's the ride up that freaks me out. But once you get moving up there, you get to the top, I was okay. And the drop actually was much more smooth and gentle and much shorter than I had anticipated. I will say that Demon Drop is probably still one of the scariest drop towers I've done, and then Crystal Tower at Glenwood Caverns is also up there. Those are probably tied for the scariest drop towers I've been on, and then this one would be number 3rd. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Really, it's the way up and just being up so high that freaks me out. But yeah, I think I can do drop towers. I just have to psych myself up to getting on them because they're really not that bad once you do it. So yeah, keep moving through the park and see what else there is to see. Let's go. Alright, we're at one of the seasonal bars called Mullen's Workshop Bar. Gonna grab a couple of themed horror drinks before we get on the Conjuring experience, or get to the Conjuring experience. Let's go. Alright, so I snagged the Valix Vice, which is a black margarita with a black sugar rim and kind of a dead lime on top. It's good. It's good. It's a little sweet. Pretty sweet for my taste. Don't know how much of a punch it'll pack, but it'll get me through this Conjuring scare house, haunted house. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good little bevy. All right, just got done with Conjuring, the Conjuring Beyond Fear here at Kings Island. I decided to go for the early time because I have to get on the road and make my way to Dollywood. So I was like, let me go ahead and do the earliest offering that they have, which was a 6 to 7 p.m. And it was good. It was good, but it wasn't as good as I was imagining it would be. I haven't done too many haunts at all, so it's hard for me to gauge how good that was as compared to other ones at other parks or even like Universal's like Horror Nights. But I do want to try those other haunts to see how they are as compared to this, but it was good. I mean, there was tons of rooms, lots of fun stuff. I won't spoil anything, but very good. I believe it is in the old Top Spin or the Tomb Raider ride. It's in that building, and so I spent almost as much time focusing on the different rooms within the Conjuring house as I was looking up to see if I could see any theming or any of that stuff from Tomb Raider, and I did see some stuff, so I was more like fascinated with looking up at the big building that ride was housed in, almost as much as the haunt itself. So it was interesting in that regard too. But park again is starting to fill up quite a bit, so I'm gonna make my way out of the park. This is pretty much it for me, so I will do a recap when I get outside the park and we'll take it from there. Let's go.
It's elusive, so the tip of my tongue Prize release.
Use the noun contestant instead. Less threatening. Keep calling show hands. Who wants to partake tonight?
This building kept calling to me. I must go in. What is this place? The Fest House. It's a food court, but it has Panda Express, so that's a win. All right, everyone. in the car just outside of Kings Island. I was gonna stop somewhere on the way out to do a little outro, but yeah, there was so many people flooding in, just as busy as Saturday, and so I couldn't really find a good spot. Everyone was just kind of moving and jiving everywhere. There was a big crowd towards the front of the park, so I just decided, let me do it in the car and do a send-off in the car. So 2 days at Kings Island. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to chop and change this all together. I want to keep it in one video, but I'm not sure if I want to do like, okay, this is day 1 stuff, this is day 2, or just mix it all. But I'll just do this as the official sign off for the entire 2 days. It was an incredible trip here to Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. This is probably my second favorite park after Cedar Point. I absolutely loved it. I think it's better done in terms of the layout and the greenery and some of the theming in different areas. I think it's better done than Cedar Point. And certain areas I thought were more well done than even Hershey Park. I don't know. I don't have a ton of experience, but I was just really surprised with the full layout and just how everything, all the coasters, all the rides, and all the different lands kind of play off of each other. That view where Diamondback does its splashdown and just kind of the shops and kind of little, not boardwalk, because there's the Coney boardwalk or that area, Coney Hall, but that area right around Diamondback on the back end, it's just done very well, and it just felt like you're really kind of in there. You know, you really do get lost. It's not just flatness, you know, there's some texture to it. I love some of the areas where it looks like some of the coasters are kind of layered. There's just a lot of dimension to the park as well. I don't know. I just really appreciated it. It didn't feel, even though I don't mind this, it didn't feel like just a big twist of metal, you know, that you're looking up at. There was just, things are placed well throughout the park. There seems to be more intention there. So I really liked it. You know, this is a park that I've been dreaming of going to since I was a kid, and so finally getting the opportunity to make it here is just, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. So it's an emotional trip because it was just like a bucket list park, and it lived up to all my expectations. I had a fantastic time. So I will probably do a recap for you all when I get home, recapping my favorites from Kings Island, all of that stuff. But it's such a big park, there's a lot going on that I don't know if I can really sit down and do my whole ranking here in the car. I might wait till I get home. It's just a lot to talk about. It's a lot to process. So I kind of want to process it. I have it written down, but I do want to process it a little bit. I will say that the scariest rides at the park were, number 1 was Eiffel Tower. That was awful. And I guess Drop Tower would be number 2 just because of the heights. It actually wasn't nearly as bad as I was thinking it would be. But being up there in the Eiffel Tower loose, I don't like high up platforms, observation towers, but I wanted to get up there to get the pictures and get the shots, but I was having a little bit of a panic attack up there. I was like holding onto the wall and getting a little vertigo. It was rough, but I did it. I did get a chance to take a peek at one of the shows from afar. The shows for the Haunt looked great. It looks like a lot of fun. There was tons of lines for every single show. They have an ongoing kind of main stage there in International Street. They have a main stage where they're just doing kind of fun gag stuff. So there's something for everybody. The walking actors, the scare actors that are just kind of walking through the park did a good job. Conjuring was good. I had some commentary on that. It was good. I guess I was expecting more, but it was good. And everything was great. Food was actually really good too. I was happy with everything that I had. Skyline Chili was a little wonky, a little weird. That's not a Kings Island specific thing. I think that's a Cincinnati thing. I would want to try it again on hot dogs and not with the spaghetti. That was a little interesting. But I don't know what else to say. This is an amazing place. This is an amazing place. It checked off everything that I was hoping it would and more. It really makes me like think like, oh my gosh, between this and Cedar Point and Stricker's Grove, like why do I not live in Ohio? Why am I in Colorado? But yeah, it was awesome. But I'm gonna get on the road. We'll recap this in a future video. I'm gonna do maybe a whole trip recap or a park recap. I'm not sure, but we'll talk about my top coasters. I will say, spoilers. Mystic Timbers is number 1, and then number 2, 3, 4, and 5 are still a little bit of a toss-up for me. But it's Diamondback, Orion, the Beast, and I guess those 3. I'm trying to figure out which ones go where, but Mystic Timbers was just so awesome. It's like a slalom, especially in the front seat. You're just like, it's so cool. It's so cool. I've never experienced a wood coaster that just ran the course like that and just seemed so out of control and unhinged. And at night, that was hilarious. That was a blast. It was a blast. So what a cool experience. I'm so happy and thankful that I had the opportunity to actually come to Kings Island. But the fun doesn't stop here. I am getting on the road. I have a 4.5-5 hour drive to make it to Pigeon Forge for my next stop. I will be at Dollywood for the next 2 days. So come along with me on the next Coaster Pursuit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share this content with friends, family members, all of that great stuff. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Bye.